Hello, 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 Internet, and good Friday for those of you still on Fridays. Happy Cyber Friday, or Happy Black Friday for those known or in the U.S. taking advantage of all the retail madness going on through the weekend. We have our uh, Black Friday through Cyber Monday Turkey Day sale going on. It just went out on the newsletter and on the site. So you can save 35% off all products. Go ahead and check out the site now to get your copies of Crypto Prevent or DN Installer or d7ii subscriptions or D Support Suite for 35% off. And that'll be going on until Cyber Monday. What else do we got for right now? I'm getting signed into the chat here. If you're watching from YouTube or Google+, jump over to foolishit.com/live, and you can join our IRC chat and talk directly with us here. And I'm getting signed into that right now. How come nobody else is videoed?
It's not odd for me.
I'm the only video person.
You don't see me?
Nope.
Nope.
Jesus. So 35% off sale. Check it out. Definitely want to repeat that a couple times. So if you didn't hear just a couple minutes ago, a couple seconds ago, you're having 35% off Turkey Day sale.
Hush! They're practically stealing from us. Don't let them know anymore.
I'm gonna let them know one more time. 35% off Turkey Day sale.
Ah! Shh. Hush,
that was 35% off. You said, Brantley?
35% off.
I'm not so sure.
All products right now.
Oh God, help us! That's it. You've done me in for the weekend now.
Get them now. Get it while it's good. It won't be available forever.
Oh boy!
Just do it up. Do it up now. I can see you now, Proctor.
See, he's so enthusiastic because he doesn't have to do sales tickets. He is so enthusiastic. He does not have to do any of the sales tickets. Oh.
Yep.
And we're not going to let you know, though, on the air what the coupon code is that you'll need to use to get that 35% off.
It's Turkey Day.
Shush!
For D7ii, Crypto Prevent, D Uninstaller, and the full price purchase of D Support Suite. It's Cranberry if you're just looking to upgrade to a higher DMZ subscription, and it is Collards if you want the 3-month D Support Suite.
Can you take advantage of this coupon codes if you don't actually enjoy what they represent? Like, I don't like cranberries or collards too much. But
you certainly can, because we're not going to force you to eat them.
Okay, very good.
But you should.
No, I skipped over the collards and cranberries. Oh, and definitely be sure to make sure that you're requesting dolphin-free cranberries.
Yes, we found a big problem.
12,000 dolphins a year get caught in the cranberry nets and canned alongside of the cranberries.
That's
and we
horrible.
cannot let this continue. Make sure you have dolphin-free cranberry sauce. I got everyone here with that yesterday. I had to even point out,
Shut up.
what do dolphins have to do with cranberries? Do you even know where cranberries come from? They come from trees.
Not true. Did they make that bar to the right of the time even smaller again in this new build of Windows? What the? They keep adjusting the size of the bar that shows desktop.
Why do they even still have that bar? That bar is a terrible bar.
Well, at this point it is, now that you can barely click on it.
Oh, did I just close out of that without saving? Nope, I did not.
Excellent.
I need to make that a different color, though. Make it red.
Oh dear, I feel terrible.
I bet.
I've been coughing my flarking lungs out because I choked on some peanuts right when you started the show, and I had just joined, and I started coughing, and I've
I
been
told you
coughing
to stop
almost ever
eating-
since. I've
eating
been
them way
just
too
like
fast.
gasping for air, and now I'm
Eating
just
them
like
way
starting
too
to choke.
fast. I told you to chew your food before you swallow it. My
I don't
mom.
know what happened, but something was funny, and I just started coughing, and just
Would you believe I was
ow.
sitting at the dinner table with my brother, and my mother gave us a lecture on chewing your food enough because my brother was voraciously eating a little bit too quickly. And he's a small guy, so this was unusual for him actually. And sure enough, not
Well,
with,
it
within
doesn't
5 minutes.
really matter if you're eating quickly or slowly. What kind of matters is when like your nose is stopped up, so you're breathing through your mouth and you're eating, and then you're eating something like peanuts when you like open your
Sounds
mouth
like
and
a
you're eating, and
suffocation
like it's a
risk.
little breathing and
That sounds like a suffocation
nuts
risk.
go back there. Yeah. That can happen. Of course, in my particular case, I was laughing at something, but I was saying like it's going to happen to me right now, if whatever, because my nose is all stopped up.
Enough about nastiness with the nose. I don't want to hear it anymore.
So if you haven't checked out our newsletter yet, because you just got it, or it's still coming out to you, we also make mention that the newest version of Kill 'Em All, based on D7X technology, is in internal beta testing right now. We're testing it out. Nick is putting the final touches on some things. And then Crypto Prevent version 8 is following right behind it into that. And once we've felt like we can't break it anymore, we'll open it up to the public for both of those to public beta test and see if you guys can break it anymore, and then we'll have full releases of those. And I think the uninstaller integration is coming up shortly after that. And then after Crypto Prevent gets settled and pushed out, we'll probably do some performance improvements and any bug testing that wasn't caught during the public bug testing. And then we'll be focusing on the updated D-Support suite. So, good things coming.
Rawr.
And if you're just joining now, we have our Turkey Day sale going on, 35% off. Get it now. Get it while it's hot. And jump over to our IRC chat at foolishtechshow.com or foolishit.com/live, and you can talk with us directly. Otherwise, we're going to talk about what happened to Michael this morning. Michael, do you want to tell the story? I'm sure it'll be far more flattering.
Is this the bit where he lost the laptop?
Okay, so I was I'm looking to buy a laptop, so follow up with when we had the shows about purchasing stuff, and I found a hot deal on something I'm sure that you guys have heard of, the outlet.lenovo.com. If you want to get a decent ThinkPad laptop at a good price, that's usually the way you go, but it's hit or miss. They're very quick sales, and they sometimes change dozens of times per day. So
I specifically recommended it to him to be.
yeah,
completely
he's recommended
But
that.
I have made dozens of purchases from there.
Yeah,
For
it's a
other
great
clients.
resource. It's a great resource. Everyone should check it out. And it's good quality stuff. You can get new stuff there. It's not all refurbished or scratch and dent.
Can you post that link in the chat?
Oh,
Outlet.lenovo.com.
yeah, it's not that hard to remember.
That's where we got our stuff when we went to the first trade show. CompTIA 2013. We got our demo, little touchscreen demo guy, and
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. So
laptop.
it's been great. We've been very satisfied with it generally. But anyway, I found the one that I wanted, and promptly, I I, I had to go to the facilities to
The
purge myself.
can.
Yes. So at any
To
rate,
purge myself.
yeah, well, maybe that wasn't the best
Yeah.
to say
Not
either.
with that movie The Purge having been out there.
So, needless to say, by the time I get out, it told me, by the way, that I could add it to my cart and that it would keep it for 15 minutes. I honestly timed myself. I did not think I was 15 minutes. And I get out, and there's some error on the page, and basically it tells me there's an error in my cart. When I refresh it, I can't do it to call them, and it turns out the item is already sold. So I
So
lost
picture this.
business laptop.
Michael is in the midst of Black Friday shopping. He gets the only item he wants, puts it in his cart, and then he goes to the bathroom with his cart outside of the
Have
bathroom,
you ever tried to argue with
and
nature
then
about
comes
when
back
you have
out.
to go or not?
Oh, look, it's gone. I could understand that situation if you were in a retail store and you had to like go right then and you had to leave your cart out there and somebody snatched your Black Friday deal. But you're online, dude. It was like a click of the button.
I know, but the credit card just seemed like it would take too long to reach into my pocket and then to type it in, and I don't know. I actually have that memorized, but I don't know. I was obviously a lapse of my better judgment. I'm gonna admit that I should not have done it. But if you guys are shopping on Lenovo outlet.lenovo.com, please purchase immediately, particularly if it's on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or anything like that, because there's a million assholes just waiting to click behind you. So.
What other people eager to catch a deal?
Yeah, I know. It's a crazy idea, isn't it? Wow.
So, yep, that's those. And
Oh, they have a really good deal up there. They have I think one of those carbon X1 carbons or X3 carbons or whatever. Pretty nice machines. The only thing I didn't like about them, they're very well priced on the outlet, but what I didn't like about them was that they seem to have all their RAM soldered onto the motherboard. Don't know if anybody out there has any of those carbon ThinkPads out there to confirm that, but that seemed to be the case, and so I strayed away from them, even though they had like almost $1,000 off one of them.
has anybody seen any good Black Friday deals that they just couldn't pass up?
I know at Best Buy they have $25 or $20 Roku's or Fire TV type sticks. So if anybody wants a stocking stuffer for someone to stream on their TV,
They also have the $79 What You Dude. I got that one. It's like normal. I don't know what it was off actually, but
yeah. But I mean, frickin' $25, you guys can do that in a
What
stocking
You
stuffer
Do?
for some family members. You know,
Huh?
TVs.
yeah, it was a What You Dude in a little square box. Yeah.
Your Amazon Echo is $30 off,
I know.
from 79 to 149.
I know. I hope someone will get that for me for Christmas, but if not, I'll just have to look forward to it next year when things are. Yeah. Maybe things will be better for Alexa too. No, I've unfortunately been stuck there. I know I actually got everything I got for someone today was for someone else. The one thing I got for myself was the I got to try out was the little Bluetooth thing. I forget what it's called, and it goes on your clothes. It was like $30. It like slides on your clothes, and it's for like phone notifications or something. But I got it because of the Android's ability to do the Bluetooth smart lock. Because the smart lock doesn't work geolocation wise, it just never works well.
Yeah.
So I got the smart
What-
lock for that.
What did you get that goes on your clothes?
It's a little Bluetooth button of some sort that
That's
You
strange.
just like it's like a little clip, and it's for phone notifications, Hangouts or whatever you get on your phone,
Is it
and
is
it'll
it
it'll
based
like
on
play like a little tone. So you're supposed to put on your collars or wherever, and it'll play like a little tone or whatever. So you can or on your pillows, so you don't wake your partner.
is it based on
As
Android Wear?
huh?
Is it based on Android Wear?
I don't know.
If it was
Probably.
$30, it's probably not.
Yeah. It sounds like a
But,
cheap piece of crap, actually.
jeez, Michael.
Hmm.
um,
Well, I mean,
I'll let you know. I just got it for the smart lock feature in
now that
Android to
might be if that's
recognize
what you needed
the
anyway. That
fact that I am near my phone. So open up, fool.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the best thing about Android Watch is that I forget that my phone is actually has a lock on it unless I
Mm.
leave my phone or
See,
leave
if I
my
could tolerate
watch charged.
wearing a watch, that might be worth it. But this little smart button thing will be fine, I
Yeah.
think. For $30, I just
get it
figured it was like a
implanted.
little toy. I just
Just get it implanted under your skin.
no.
No.
What if you got hacked?
It's not like it can make
Do
you
a
do something. The worst it'll
reset, or
do is
then
the worst it'll
what do you do? You got to go into the shop.
No, maybe it can be wirelessly reprogrammed.
You're gonna
See,
have
that's
to.
the problem. Actually, it can be.
Well, but it's not gonna cause your heart. It's not like it's a pacemaker. Just because you stick something under your skin doesn't mean it's gonna kill you if somebody hacks into it.
I
I
didn't
mean,
say it would kill you. You may want to fix it though. I mean, it's attached. It's on your skin.
oh, I mean, I don't care. So, I mean, they can make it. Well, I mean, I guess I would care, but I mean, as long as if they could have
What
done
if
it,
they hacked it so you couldn't go certain places like the toilet or something?
how would they do that? It's not a shock collar. It's not going to shock me when I walk into the bathroom.
Well, by the time you're going to have something under your skin, you never know what's going to happen in your house
Yeah.
or in these. I mean, like we're just talking some super future thing because you're talking some crazy stuff right there.
No,
You'd
I
be
was just look.
amazed what they
There's a
can
thing.
do with amino acids.
I'll look. There's an amazing story. A guy, he was really like kind of ahead of the game on all this. I know that a lot of people have embedded cameras and other things into themselves, but he was one of the first that did it. And he had the coolest office where he walked everywhere and the computer tracked him and it told him, it always like lit the pathway to the quickest bathroom and all sorts of cool stuff. I don't know. It was
I do look forward to talking to Alexa. I read this article on the Alexa, the Echo. Amazon Echo, this guy with Alexa, and like he kept like finding himself apologizing to Alexa because it would accidentally think that he was cussing it out or something.
Hmm.
And he wasn't even saying, it was like even a genuine misinterpretation of words. And Alexa would be like, I don't think that was very nice. And he'd be like apologizing to it. And like, and he was talking about, all this stuff is recorded somewhere.
Oh, that's good.
Everything that you say around this thing is recorded somewhere.
That's good. That's definitely something I want in my house then.
Yeah.
Well, guys, last Friday I went over the integration of d7ii into PC Repair Tracker.
Oh yeah.
Ran into some issues, and I've been working on that, and I've got all that straightened out. For demonstration purposes, last week I was trying to run the PCRT for my local computer using a WAMP server running from my local machine, and that seems to have been causing some problems. So now I have it set up on an external web and FTP server, and everything's working great.
wonderful. Awesome.
So I just wanted to go through some best practices for how to set PC Repair Tracker up, and so you can get it running smoothly for you. First thing I'm going to do is to go through again how to set up d7ii for the integration with PC Repair Tracker to work. And see here, I need to share my screen.
Do it to it.
All right, here we go. I have d7ii loaded, and I'm going to click on servers, go to configure FTP server. All right. On the right side, you'll see the configuration for your reports to upload to your FTP server. My FTP server address is here. The user I set up specifically for PCRT so that the files are going to point to go exactly where they need to go. Down here at the bottom, for the integration with PC Repair Tracker to work, you have to check zip reports before upload. And the way I have it configured, you're going to want to have your reports directory as /D7.
Is that always the case? And you that won't work if it's another location. Is that right?
If you change your directory structure around for PCRT, it could be different. But I've found this seems to be the best way to get it working properly.
Okay.
And I'll show you the directory structure on the FTP server in a minute to explain why.
Great. Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Once you have this configured, you want to click Save and Exit. I'll go out of d7ii for a minute and show you what the file structure looks like on my FTP server. And I want to do this without showing off any passwords or anything. Let's see.
I was just about to say, let's see some IPs and passwords and stuff.
Well, if all goes well, I'll even block my product key when I show you the report in PCRT, but well, that might be wishful thinking. All right, just trying to find that window real fast. Oh, wait, it's in FileZilla.
We need like panic buttons that we can just push and it turns off the screen share.
All right, here we go.
Actually, you can get those, Michael. They're on Amazon. They're $30.
Oh, awesome!
Those are also $30. Panic. It's a button. It's a wireless button. Just program. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't get one though.
Okay, what I've done is used my FTP client to connect to my FTP server using my PCRT user account, and this is the last week I went over how to install PCRT, so I'm not going to go through all that this week. But we in that setup we put all these folders for PCRT into a location on the FTP server. Here's the d7ii folder that reports are going to go into when they're uploaded to the FTP server. Important directories in the PCRT are repair and store, and you have to configure the deps.php file in both of these folders in order for PCRT to work, as well as for the integration with d7ii to work. And next thing I want to do is to show you how to edit those files.
Cool. I mean, like other PHP files are effectively just text files, but
they're just text files. All right, here I'm going to open up the deps.php file that is in the repair directory.
Okay. Anything sensitive in here? Hopefully not.
Nothing that I won't be changing when we get done.
Okay.
Hey, Phoenix PC Repairs in the chat, and he says, "Hey guys, I'm surprised I can watch you guys during the stream since internet speed in the Dominican Republic sucks."
Well, glad you're able to watch.
Wow. Hey, man.
Yeah, island places are harder.
Yeah, that's a nice place though. Yeah, their internet does suck though.
How far is Dominica from the Dominican Republic? I know they're two separate countries, right?
I don't know. My grandparents have a place in the Dominican Republic, though. They're actually going there after this weekend.
Dominica versus Dominican Republic. There's actually a whole bunch of links in Google about that. Country facts, fun data.
A lot of confused people out there, huh?
All right, well, guys, I've got that deps.php file opened up in the PC Repair Tracker repair folder. As we went over last week, you have to have your database set up. And last week, I was hosting the database locally on my computer. Currently, it's hosted. I'm hosting it on the GoDaddy server. The host name, however, is still localhost for the. This is the way you have to configure it for to connect to MySQL server hosted at GoDaddy. Username is YWC. Password is PCRT password. And the name of my database is PCRT_TST. We'll scroll down further here, and the default setup file for PCRT will have this line here remarked. It's the configuration line for D7 report integration. And I'll just take that # out so that it will actually be read.
Okay, and that's where you could put this in a different folder, for instance, but that's where you would have to have them jive. Both on the FTP server, that has to match what's in that PHP file, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
And this section right here is what determines the path. And this is the default. And the way I have it set up, you do not have to change this file at this line at all. You'll leave it exactly the way it is. Basically, this means it's going to pull in from the D7 folder in the directory structure I showed you earlier. Let me bring that back up. All right, here's that. See, here's your repair folder, and there's your D7 folder. Because those two folders are in the same higher folder, I don't need to change that. I don't need to change that line.
Yeah. Cool.
For the D7.2 integration, there's nothing you need to change in the same file in the store folder, but you do have to set up the connection to the databases the same as I did in the other file. All right, so now I'm going to fire up.
Okay, so that's all the pre-work effectively prior to actually, having it write the data where it needs to.
Right, that's all the setup.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So odds are, if you're having trouble with it, it's more than likely some part before this part, right?
Some part before this part.
In other words, it's going to be with that initial setup that's the problem. It's not right. Typically, once you get to this point, you should be trouble-free. And if you do experience trouble, it's more than likely that you didn't do your FTP server right, or you didn't edit those files right, or configure. Right?
Yeah, and I thought for the longest time that I had configured the files wrong, but it turned out that I didn't have things set up properly on the FTP server.
Okay, yeah. So the FTP server is critically important. Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go to the URL where PC Repair Tracker is hosted, and I'm going to log in. All right, here we go. You can see there's already one computer waiting to be worked on the bench, and I'm going to go through checking in another computer. All right. Customer name is going to be Susie Builder. She works for Bob the Builder at Builder Incorporated.
Nice. You know somebody that knows Bob?
Yeah, sure do. I know Susie and Bob.
Crap. Wow. I need
Susie
to talk
prefers to be called at home.
Really? Nice.
And she's dropping off her computer today. And she left us with her power cord, and I don't know why, but she brought in her mouse too.
Didn't think we could get by without that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when they do that.
Who knows
Oh, by
if
the
we
way,
need a
I bought you the
keyboard or-
keyboard and mouse for your convenience. I'm like, thanks.
That's right.
That's
All right.
That's all we need in a computer shop is another keyboard and mouse.
And her the password to get in her computer is Brown.
Oh, my
Right.
last name.
I made you say your last name on live. Let's see here. All right, she thinks there's a virus. But she can't connect to the internet.
It's not Shakespeare writing here. This is just an example.
Yeah, no, really. All right, I'm going to check virus and rogue cleaning and a tune-up to be performed on this computer. And it looks good. And she found out about us from an existing customer. And Susie's email is susie@builder.net. It was here in that city and state. I'm not going to populate any of the asset information because I'm going to integrate that from a D7ii report.
Excellent. Very good.
All right, go ahead and check in the computer and check in the asset, I mean. All right. And it generates your work order there for printing. And so I'm going to return back to the main interface. And all right, we've got Susie Builder's computer here. Pull it up, and I'm going to change it from waiting to on the bench. All right, and now I am going to go into D7ii on her computer. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is check her work order number. All right.
Yeah, because you want to match that up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Susie's work order ID is 1001.
And your guys, if you're using it out there, probably going to have a much higher number than that, but
All right. I'm going to get this window here when I run D7ii.
well, it's a very important window for this purpose, though.
And I'm going to type in the under enter client name. I typed in Susie Builder, and I'm going to type in her tracking number, which is going to be the work order number that was on her work order. That is required for inputting bulk reports into PC Repair Tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if the numbers don't match up, you'd have to do it individually.
Yeah. So people that you know, a lot of times I've noticed a lot of techs, you know, just kind of skip this part and not, you know, focus on the session. But it's important specifically for this purpose. Go ahead.
All right,
Before
we're
we
going to save
move
and
on,
continue. Yeah.
never mind.
Oh, sorry, boss man.
The auto-generate reports checkbox is a good thing to do there, which will auto-generate the info reports required to do the.
Oh yeah. So on startup, yeah. So go up into the config and just show them that really quick.
Well, that checkbox was also on the prompt that he was just on as well.
Oh, okay, yes. So show it. Well, okay. There's two places where you can do this.
No. Yeah, well, you close this one because just close this one now. Close it. Click on the name number thing. Yeah, there. Yeah, Susie Builder. Yeah. Click Susie Builder. There you go. That auto-generate checkbox is what I'm talking about right there. So when you check that, that's going to auto-generate the info reports, which are the info reports required to be processed by the PCRT to import all that information.
Okay, awesome. I did not know that. I thought that auto-generate button auto-generated a tracking number.
I actually did too, to tell you the truth. I thought the
Hey,
only
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, that one does. I'm thinking of the checkbox that Michael was talking about.
Okay, so uncheck that.
Well, here's the session startup options up here. Oh no, that's
No, that's not it. So hit save and continue. Go back into main and config, and there's a part here that'll generate the reports for you. And go ahead. You want to do it, John? Or?
No, I don't actually. You're the
Okay.
one I was just
Go
gonna give you
into the
some props
session. Go into the session
for a change.
and automatically generate
Automatically generate D7 info reports right there.
That's critical, and a lot of people have complained that this is not working, but they don't generate the report, so there's nothing to transfer, sync, or upload or whatever. So just keep that in mind. And so ideally and also show them the reports tab too. You want to see those reports in there. If you don't see the reports here, you're not going to sync anything.
All right, so there are two ways to upload the report. You can click on Server and move reports to FTP server, or my preferred method is to end the session and then have check copy reports to your FTP server, and then click end session.
It's not that much that you'll need to do to make this integration happen. You should already have the ticket number from PCRT, so you know what to populate into that. So it makes it very straightforward, and it doesn't add any additional time. Yeah, sure, you got to set it up a little bit, but I think Proctor's explained that in great detail, and the actual usage of it is practically painless. I mean, most techs are using the session concept to begin with. But they may be auto-generating, things like that.
Awesome. Did you go over the... Oh, he didn't go over the D7.2 config, but he did that in a previous show.
Yeah, and he covered it a little.
That's what it was.
He went over the FTP setup earlier today as well.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I must not have been
Just briefly.
Okay.
Yeah, he reiterated, and I think this has been great because there's a couple of points where I think people out there can realize where problems might occur. With the FTP setup, with making sure the reports are generated in D7.2, with matching up of the ID, and then making sure you edit those PHP files in the folders up there. I mean, all those little details. But if any one of those things are missed, this process isn't going to work as it should. So.
All right. Well, now I'm back over here to the FTP server, and if I double-click on D7, you'll see here we have a report that we just uploaded.
Nice.
All right. Now I am going to
go back to PCRT.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Now we'll go back to PCRT, and you'll see now that it says there are D7 reports ready. Click that box. Go ahead, Michael.
That was instantly. I mean, just automatically refreshed and everything and stuff. So as soon as it happened, it took care of it.
Sure did.
Nice.
All right. Well, there are two options. You can attach a single report by selecting which work order that you want to associate the report with, and then choosing which file that you want to associate with it. Mm-hmm. Or another way, if you have multiple reports. You'll see here that because Susie Builder has a work order number 1001, it's already matched her up with a target PC right here, Susie Builder PC 1001. If we had 1,000 of them in here, it would match them up appropriately.
Nice.
And then you just click Attach D7 Reports, and boom, they're attached. I'm going to go back over here and look at Susie Builder. You'll see here under her Asset Attachments that she has a D7 report.
Nice.
And things I can do with this report. Currently, the report is attached to the device, the asset, record in the database, I can move that over to the work order, and you'll see that it puts it over here. Now it's attached to the work order, not just the asset.
Oh, very nice.
You can move it back to asset. Another thing I want to show you is the machine spec the machine spec integration. If I click on machine specs, it populates this information that was not previously populated. And crap, I did all I could to get that product key out of there, and it's still.
No, but awesome though. You know, these are things that I mean, prior to the integration, you would have had to effectively do manually, correct? To keep PCRT.
The purpose of PCRT and the purpose of d7ii is to automate and as many tasks as possible so that it saves the technician time and gets the computer repair quicker. And this is just another tool to help in that process.
Beautiful.
Go ahead and save the record here. And now you'll see we see those computer specs in the asset record over here.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And that notes is from the D7 notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't have any notes in that.
Yeah, so that should be blank. Yeah, but okay. And you can see
notes for the customer. It did. This is the malware report.
Yeah. So it
shows that all those things were done.
That's because this is where the techs don't want to have to document their work, and they don't with D7 but if they're using PCRT, it's getting that data over there. This is how it's done, man. This is beautiful. Because you don't have to say what you did. You don't have to tell them. Just use D7 like you normally would and end the session. That's it. Beautiful.
Yeah, and another thing, I mean, you can tell the customer all day long that you did this and you did that, and sometimes they might not believe that you did all that work. But if you have a report like this,
yeah,
it just goes the extra mile in assuring the customer that you really did what you said you were going to do.
And to account for your time. I mean, they come back and get some arbitrary bill, and they have no idea, particularly if they've dropped it off to the shot, how much time you really spent or worked with it. And this, gives them that peace of mind. And and it doesn't mean you have to work any harder to make that happen. I'll show you the timestamps when the bar scan started and when it completed, and that's all the customer needs to care about.
And still with PC Repair Tracker, if you did additional work outside of what you did in D7.2, you can add those items here. Maybe if you ran, I don't know why you would run AVG outside of D7.2, but if you did, you can click that and add that to the report as well. Something I thought was cool were these reminders over on the right. Something I see from time to time is people have AOL client software installed. There's a pre-populated note to add that to add a note for the customer that you noted that about their computer.
Like you don't need this software anymore. The internet is coming through your cable.
Exactly. And there's the display there. If you click on the item, they have the actual printable note to your customer about AOL client software.
They misspelled messenger and a lot, but other than that, the note's great. Who am I to be picky about people's punctuation or spelling?
All right, well that covers the integration of D7.2 and PC Repair Tracker. Does anybody have any questions?
Ooh.
Michael.
No. It's I haven't spent a whole lot of time with PC Repair Tracker, but it does seem to be perfect for storefronts, businesses, and how does it? I'd love to see a comparison. This similar procedure with how Repair Shopper might work as well.
Yeah, I'll be getting into that in some other shows.
Cool. Is do we know what our user base? Do we have? Because I know, what was it, 50/50 that use one of these two tools? Certainly they cover the vast majority of the market, don't they? Both of them together.
I think so.
Yeah.
Um, but what I found is the more and more I work with PC Repair Tracker, the more I like it. It's a really uh, well thought out and well thought out program, and could save our repair shop clients a lot of time and hassle
Yeah, it's
in running
focused.
their computer repair shop.
I think one of the reasons why we, integrated our software, because it follows our philosophy, as well. It comes from a background of people doing tech in shops, and we're trying to make those people's lives easier and faster and quicker.
Hey,
Exactly.
well, never mind, Michael. You covered it.
Well, I just said easy, faster, and quicker, three words that pretty much
As
mean the same thing, but anyway.
Glenn had asked in the chat, comparing the integration of PCRT to Repair Shop R with regard to audit info.
Oh,
He
we'll
said,
have to
you
cover
covered it.
that. Well, we'll have to cover that in the other show a little bit more detail. But yeah, maybe you can show them that how much information is called, if there's any difference between what's called from PCR into PCRT from D7.2 versus what's called into Repair Shop R from D7.2.
Okay, will do. I believe my next show I'm going to go over repair shop R.
Cool. Monday at 8 a.m.
Thursday at 4 p.m.
All right.
Excellent. Well,
You can take a week off on that if you need to, man.
Let's do that. Let's go in 2 weeks. Yeah, 'cause I've never used the software.
yeah. Don't need to set arbitrary deadlines that we don't
Yeah.
worry about.
Glenn also wants to know if you can cover exporting from Repair Shopper to PCRT, or even possibly vice versa.
Apparently, we've already caused people to start thinking about switching. So I don't know. I would love to have that when he goes over the other one. But if there is a possibility, because that happens, a shop makes an investment in something that they doesn't meet their needs or doesn't suit them as well as they thought, and they want to take that data and move it elsewhere. We had to do the very same thing here with our ticketing system. So
That was a bit of a project, wasn't it?
oh yeah, it was a bit of a project. So I think they've made those things a little bit easier, and maybe you could share that knowledge if you figure that out with them in 2 weeks. Yeah.
All right. Well,
14 days. Be there. I mean, gosh, give him a break.
It's 13 days.
Whatever.
If anyone out there is watching and didn't hear, we have our Turkey Day sale going on, Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Get 35% off on all software, Crypto Prevent D7.2 subscriptions, Crypto Prevent bulk, all packages, including unlimited, the uninstaller and D-Support Suite, all 35% off. So check it out. Check it out.
Sound like some Beastie Boys.
And don't let the sales hold you back, or don't let the D7X and CP8 conversations hold you back from the sales. Both customers who purchase today of either D7.2 with a subscription or Crypto Prevent 7.4.21 will be freely upgraded to the successive versions, version 8, respectively, for Crypto Prevent and D7X, as those features are incrementally rolled out. So you're not hurting yourself in any way by taking advantage of the sale today or this weekend. We can't promise you that those two products will be released after Cyber Monday, so I don't want you guys to miss out on it.
But they will be released soon.
Yeah, very soon, very soon. But there's no drawback. You will be upgraded without any charge. We always take care of our customers. I think our
Yeah.
long-term clients can attest to that. And hope everybody had a great holiday yesterday. I hope you guys are all recovered and starting to get a little bit more mobile after the tryptophan haze has settled.
Yeah,
And
had a good time yesterday with family, and it was a really good day.
awesome, awesome. A little bit bigger family this year, huh, Matthew?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Had a
Awesome.
had
In
a
fact,
had a new addition this year, this last month or this month.
Mhm.
Cool,
Mhm.
cool, cool.
And Jade is probably still holding him right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Got a message earlier that she was over there.
yeah. I think she's still over there. I think she stayed for dinner.
Mm.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
And I hope nobody got hurt today doing crazy shopping. I hope that whole, getting stampled at Black Friday days are a thing of the past.
I haven't heard any report to that yet, but um, Walmart started their Black Friday last night at 6 p.m. and I went to it, and it was extremely stressful.
Yeah.
I think I would have rather just spent more money.
Glenn, the steak knife is only free with the purchase of a 100 pack of d7ii subscriptions or more.
Steak knife? I think we can get Glenn a steak knife if he wants it. But yeah, there is always more. There is always more to our sales. Look, the investment in D7 is not just an investment in our software; it's an investment in your business out there. D7 doesn't do anything, for somebody who doesn't want to grow, who doesn't want to, perform more work, doesn't want to improve their business. So it's an investment in yourself, not so much in us.
agreed. I
You're
would shop
taking it as a
online.
sale. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't see
totally
why
shop
people still
online.
shop in stores anymore anyway.
I know it's shipping free, man.
Hey, if it cuts down on the pain and the suffering that people go through, sure. Why put up with the stress? If you're going to go out there and think you're going to kill somebody or trample somebody, stay at home.
If people go out there planning this,
Well, I think people are
I got my
short-fused this
cleats
time of year.
on.
People are short-fused this time of year, and it just takes
Some
any.
people do, you know that, right?
I got my roller derby gear.
Mm-hmm.
No, well they do.
Somebody's getting elbowed in the face.
I wouldn't be surprised if people do go out there with some of those intents, but it's not worth the risk. You can't. There's no place in a store that you're going to get a better deal typically than you can on Cyber Monday or Black Friday online or that weekend.
Phoenix PC Repair says that speaking of Black Friday deals, the HTC One M9 is really cheap right now. I also heard the new Nexus P or XP or whatever is really cheap as well right now, so check those out.
I am waiting. My next phone, I want it to be a Nexus, the new Nexus 5 or whatever it's called. I think it's 5X. That's what I would like. 6 is too big for me, but I don't know if there's any deals on that. What?
Apparently people are shooting guns off outside of our house. The dog is super scared.
There's also an active shooting scene in where is it? Actually, Colorado, I believe, outside of a Planned Parenthood clinic.
Come here, puppy. Come here. You're okay.
Beautiful destiny.
They're not gonna get you in here. You'll be fine.
So you didn't have to go to the bank in over 4 years? Yeah, I mean, I don't ever have to go to the bank, hardly.
Good job, Phoenix PC Repair. You should always go Android. Little did you know your iPhone crapped out on you when you bought it. Proctor laughs because he still hasn't realized his iPhone crapped out on him when he bought it.
It's kicking just fine.
So you think. I do really like the new implementation of automatic Mac spoofing that iPhones do now.
If Michael hasn't been to the bank in years, where did he go for 3.5 hours the other day?
Oh,
Yeah, Michael.
no, I did. I go up to the ATM sometimes to take out cash, but I don't actually go inside the bank building. Is what I'm getting.
And it takes you 3 hours to do that?
Not 3 hours. It takes
Jesus.
me a half
Oh,
an
so
hour.
now
ATM
you
hours.
weren't really gone for 3 hours.
Were you robbing the bank?
Yes, this is
She made up this 3 hours thing. I may have been doing
it's
something
all
else.
spiraling out of control for you, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have your time logs. We know you were gone for 3.5 hours.
Well, I know, but I wasn't at the bank and I wasn't robbing it.
It's okay.
And I mean, I was at an ATM maybe and stuck in traffic, getting food. I don't know what I was doing that day.
There's not that much traffic outside of Bee's Barbecue in North Carolina.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there's this horrible barbecue place that opened up. My parents went there, and it was so bad.
Keep talking.
Was it that new one off Fire Tower?
Well, is it actually on Fire Tower? I thought it was on Memorial, but
Oh, you're talking
Fire
about
Tower
that
extension?
across the street from that Italian place next
We
to
went
the
to?
Sprint
Yeah.
store?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Sam's something whole hog barbecue.
Yeah, I think it's Sam, something like that. It's a name, person's name, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
place
the
was
one.
bumping. Like, that place was
I know.
super packed.
Look, it's packed, but apparently, okay. Here's the thing: my parents went there, but apparently they didn't actually order the barbecue, and they
Oh.
said everything that they got was horrible. Maybe everybody else is just going there for the barbecue, and maybe
Well,
the
there
barbecue
you
is good, but
go.
apparently that's
Yeah.
the only thing you can go there. The only thing
Let's go to Sam's Barbecue and order the chicken.
Well, no, but apparently there was French fries there, and they were horrible.
Let's order the salad.
There were horrible French fries. My dad ordered a
Should have
rack,
got the hush puppies.
a half a rack of ribs, and it was burnt. The prices were outrageous, like $14 for a small piece of chicken, a tiny piece of chicken. And
That's what we heard. That's why we didn't go, is because we heard the prices were outrageous.
yeah, the prices are outrageous, and the quality apparently isn't that good. So I don't know what they're doing right there, but my parents had a
It's
horrible
all
time.
based off the name. The guy that owns it is the grandson of like one of the great Aiden barbecuers. And he's just taking his name and using it,
Yeah, I guess so.
and then overcharging so people think it's good.
Yeah,
Puppy.
that's exactly what he's doing.
What's the matter?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I would have been apprehended if it actually took me 3 hours to rob a bank. Thank you, Glenn. I would have been in jail already. So
That is
It was a
true.
really big bank.
it's a really big prank. No, it was like, what did they do in? Oh, it was in England, wasn't it? They were all off for like good or Easter, and the guys just like they did all this construction noise, but nobody heard it because nobody was working and nobody, was all the businesses were closed. So they had the whole freaking weekend apparently to rob this bank, and they took their time doing it. And by the time they got there, everything was gone.
So, what have we learned today? How to use PCRT and how to successfully rob a bank over the weekend.
Yes.
About how long it shouldn't take you.
No, but listen, make sure that you have plenty of time to do it over a holiday, and then don't be afraid to break out the
Michael,
equipment.
quit giving out suggestions on how to rob banks. Jesus.
Terrible.
And then join us on Monday at 8 a.m. for the secrets of what Michael does when he's not working.
And you'll want to join us.
And where?
And you cannot join us from jail.
Yeah, I hear like they charge you. You know what
If you
they
do what
charge
Michael
you for minutes
says,
for the
that's
phone
where
call?
you'll be.
And don't forget to purchase your things before you go to the bathroom.
So all these phone, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good piece of advice. But all these phone calls in the jails, apparently they're raping prisoners. They're charging them like $15 a minute or something like that for.
No, I get calls from prison all the time. It's only $3.75 for 15 minutes.
Okay, well, at any rate, from what I've heard, it varies, but there's a lot of abuse. Apparently, there's specific phone companies that have just raised their prices, and I don't. I mean, granted they are criminals, but I don't know if they're already incarcerated. I'm not so sure you should rape them
Jeez.
otherwise. But
It takes a whole day to transfer money between internal accounts.
it takes what? That shouldn't
That's how
happen.
big his bank
Their
is.
own.
Yeah, that's how big his
Bank?
bank is.
Ouch. Yeah, because that usually works just fine for me instantaneously.
Jeez, apparently someone bought a gun on their Black Friday deal, and they're using it around town.
Destiny is literally under my feet. Not like
she
at
feels
my
it.
feet.
Oh,
She's
that's sad. I hate when
under.
dogs cower because of explosions and bangs
Here,
and
I
stuff.
can show you.
It's sad. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna cry. Don't.
I'm gonna show you. Destiny. Wait.
Oh, Destiny. Oh, Destiny. Oh, Destiny. Oh. You're right under there, aren't you? Oh.
I had to move the cooler so that she can get under there.
Wow. Aw, she does look a little scared.
Her legs are still crossed though.
Yeah, she's. Woo. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes, Glenn. I think we got that. We're just I'm as you know, if you've heard me before, I'm horrible with jokes, so don't take offense.
Sense of humor is very dry.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Like,
I blame that on being raised on British comedy. BBC trains you on how to laugh. It's sometimes can be a little bit dry.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back Monday at 8 a.m. And don't forget about our Turkey Day sale, 35% off all products. Check it out now, foolishit.com,
When does that sale expire?
on Monday.
Monday.
So
Monday at midnight,
Eastern Standard Time.
daylight time.
No, it would be
No,
nighttime.
it's not
time.
daylight. It's not daylight
Daylight
time.
time.
It's not Eastern
Nighttime.
Daylight Time anymore.
Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
No, it's not. That's already ended.
It's nighttime
What are you
Lincoln
talking about?
time.
Yeah.
I thought we are in Daylight Savings Time.
No.
Who's
Yeah,
saving
but-
daylight here? What is daylight?
Dark
You see
here.
daylight here?
Yeah. It's pretty dark
We're
here.
saving it. We're going to use it in the
Oh,
summer.
Glenn, have fun.
No.
Be careful, Glenn. Be careful, Glenn.
We're
Don't hurt
saving it
yourself.
for next year.
Glenn, please don't park in the eye and take a nap. Okay.
What letters should they park in?
My goodness. That you're aren't you in programming classes?
Yes. Why?
And you don't know what about the daylight savings time, what the difference is, and all that stuff.
I heard they
Now I-
started it. I heard they started daylight savings time so that it's brighter outside during the winter time when the kids get on the bus.
Daylight savings
We did
time
it for the
began-
children.
Daylight savings time in the United States, 2015, began at 2 a.m. on
Oh,
Sunday,
thank
March
you.
8th.
Okay,
It ended at
guys.
2 a.m. on Sunday, November 1st. So November 1st it ended. And you're right.
So, It's
It
not
is
daylight
not.
savings time.
No, it is Eastern Standard Time.
Thanks for verbatim reading the correct answer that we had already just told you. You could just trust some people, Michael.
No.
Brantley, you're not one to talk.
What?
You're not
Yes.
one to talk there.
I will
Not
talk.
one to talk. If anyone
Hold on.
says anything that you don't even think about, you'll be like, hold on. And you'll be like, Googling
Yeah.
that shit right up.
I'll Google it, but I won't verbatim read the answer.
You
That's
will
how I
in your
remember
head.
things. That's how I remember things. I can't remember things without saying them out loud. I don't have an internal voice. I was diagnosed without one, and it's caused some problems in my life. Not horrible ones. I'm not going to complain or anything like that, but it does create some difficulty.
How did they listen to see whether you had one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's some test that they
I don't
do.
think they've ever diagnosed for an internal voice for me.
Now you got to go to a specialist for that.
Someone to look for making sure if you have problems or not.
Bullshitologist.
You have some problem, and you keep seeing people till you find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Before we get too far away, thanks everyone for watching the show. We'll be back Monday.
Everybody.
Check out our Turkey Day sale, 35% off. Laters.